Daughter of the Emperor, Volume 2 Review. You haven't forgotten, have you? I promise, one day you will have to repay your debts. The life of Rhea, the only princess of the Empire, is still full of adversities. Although her might is that of a 25-year-old Korean woman, her physical capabilities are limited to those of a 1-year-old. However, she's not ready to give up. She promised herself she will survive in this new world at any cost. The cost is quite humiliating, though. She can fight and can barely walk, so the only option left is to make everyone fall for her charm so they won't harm her but instead protect her when the need arises. But it might be that the level of Rhea's charm is quite high. Her father, the Mad Emperor Keitel, seems to care for her and becomes more protective, so that even Rhea catching a cold sends him spiraling down a self-guilt path. Who is this guy, and what's happened to our much-loved Sundere Keitel? It seems that now he has less issues when openly expressing his emotions toward Rhea. Although he still won't admit it, but one step forward also takes him 4 steps backward. When there are finally rumors that Keitel is changing for the better, along comes a new war and an issue with the Empire's prison. Keitel can get a break, and neither can Rhea. Keitel has become quite obsessed with his daughter, so much that it would not even let his trusty, more or less assistant Perdel near her. But I understand Keitel's protective feelings. Perdel was mentioned in Volume 1, but not much was said about him. Here, his character becomes more visible, and although Rhea initially begged him as an evil mastermind who she needs to protect Keitel from, Perdel turns out to be a weird guy. He's a fool about his love for his wife, Sylvia, and now it seems for Rhea too. He is also not afraid of Keitel, so he doesn't hesitate over messing with him, putting his own life at risk multiple times. I say he's a masochist. I will be surprised if Keitel one day decides to stab him with his sword, or strangle him, or execute him. You get the idea? He can be really annoying. I also got to know Sylvia. She's a complete opposite of her husband. No one wonders how the two ended up together. Rhea loves her too and is happy to spend time with her and her nanny Serira. A couple of other new characters are introduced in this volume, and one can only assume that they might have quite an impact on Rhea's life. The first one is Assisi, a knight royal to Keitel. Was the link connecting him? Keitel and Perdel, they seem quite close to each other, but the mystery only becomes more intriguing as we still don't have answers. Serira's son also makes an appearance, only a little bit older than Rhea. He seems to be the only one not affected by Rhea's charm. Could he possibly be a future love interest? I'm talking about mysteries and love interest. I hint about solving the puzzle that is Drumstick, a guy maybe who appears at random times next to Keitel. So it has been resolved. We are told he has some sort of deal with the Emperor, but what happened? Is he human or not? Keitel calls him a demon, but no definitive answer is given. I'm pretty curious to unravel his mystery and his weird obsession with Rhea too. Although I had hoped the story in Volume 2 would speed up. It didn't happen. Yes, Rhea gets older as she celebrates her birthday, but I'm not sure about her age. She mentions that age is counted as in Korea, where newborns are already 1 year old, but when she mentions times drawn on the book, I find it pretty confusing, not knowing if she was referring to Korean time or Western time, and some parts were contradicting. Well, at least the only difference is a year or less between the two ages that she could be. Although the story is still quite slow, there is a little bit more action and introduction to characters compared to the first volume. I hope the story progresses even faster with the next volume, as I'm curious to see the change in Keitel. Will Rhea be able to twist him around her little finger? As with Volume 1, the cover is gorgeous. It shows Keitel and Rhea holding each other, and both the characters and the decorations have the lovely spot UV, the shiny parts, making them stand out. The manhwa is in full color and reads from left to right, like a Western book. Daughter of the Emperor Volume 2. Volume 2 is written by Yunsel and drawn by Reno, originally published by Webtoon. It has been translated into English by Michael Yim for Yen Press. Volume 3 is slated for release early next year. 7 out of 10.